Kid Mila Falcha, how you all doing? Now, if ever there was a Mother of God moment in Warframe, it came with the latest update. And no, I don't mean IKEA frames with all of your shelving units, and I don't mean the fish tanks either, and I definitely don't mean when Mr. Steely from Rick and Morty showed up with those freaky long ass arms of his and snatched up the beep beep spoiler, shut the fuck up potato, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything. The Mother of God moment will in fact be when you first get your hands on the Corinth, our new Tenno pump action shotgun, and of course relieve some poor fecker from his head because he doesn't need it, heads are overrated anyway. It's got this punchy sound effect and that click click reload is very satisfying. Not to mention its explosive airburst alternate fire mode that forces large groups of enemies to sit the fuck down. The Corinth is a very powerful fun weapon, so expect to see plenty of Timmies running around in your squads over the next few days, screaming as they charge into battle and whiff shot after shot after shot, and then finally resort to using the explosive rounds to kill enemies because they keep missing their shots. The Corinth is also not without its few little drawbacks. Pulling your shots or missing your shots is one of them. You will be punished if you miss a few shots. Fire rate and damage fall off, of course, are the others. The Tigress Prime is probably still a better shotgun, but the Corinth is on par with the Arca Plasmor in regards, I guess, with power and of course having as much fun as possible. The Corinth is also a Mastery Rank 10 shotgun and its blueprint is on the market, so it is very easily obtained. Its damage type is spread pretty evenly between slash and impact, with puncture being the more prominent damage type, so it's good against armoured targets. It is also a crit based shotgun that boasts the highest crit chance and crit damage of all of our shotguns in Warframe, so it hits fucking hard. It's got 5 rounds to fire off and it's got a slight delay in between firing each shot because of that pump action animation, so its fire rate is a wee bit on the slow side, but honestly not painfully slow. You could mod to sway it in the other direction or bring a Harrow or a Toxichroma and the fire rate isn't going to be an issue whatsoever. Now, it is a shotgun, so its damage fall off starts at 7 meters and it ends at 14 meters, where anything after 14 meters it will be dealing its minimal amount of damage. Now, because it is a crit based shotgun, it means that Hunter munitions is viable on it for now. But if damage 2.5 stays the same, then with slash damage being on the low side on this weapon, it won't give decent forced bleeds, which means Hunter munitions shouldn't be used on it after those changes if they stay the same. And like I said, the Corinth's alternate fire mode is an air burst explosive round that deals blast damage at range, but direct hits from this grenade will deal low impact damage and not explode whatsoever. So enemies up close should just be shot with your primary fire, and the airburst round should be used at range. Also, the grenade from the airburst round won't detonate if it ricochets off a wall or a surface, it just doesn't explode. So the best way to make use of this fire mode is to shoot above enemies' heads at range and force them to sit the fuck down. Now, critical hits from the explosion on the airburst round can cause Hunter munitions to force pretty large bleeds, but other than that it's all pure blast damage. Now, I have 4 former on my Corinth at the minute, and I have 3 different builds all modded identical with the exception of one mod. I have a Hunter Munitions setup for as long as Hunter Munitions stays viable. I have a Vigilante Armaments build for when I want to run with my Vigilante Volt for higher crit damage. And I have a Seeking Fury build for punch through and of course reload speed, which will be a lot more beneficial if you're going up against large groups of enemies. And I think if Hunter Munitions does see a nerf with damage 2.5, then the Seeking Fury build will probably be my desired setup, because I just find it a lot more fun to punch through several enemies. So that is pretty much everything you need to know about the Corinth, our new Tenno pump action shotgun. If you're on PC, then let me know what you think of it if you have your hands on it, or if you're on console, if you can't wait to get your hands on it, let me know as well. I know a lot of players that I play with have now converted to the Book of Corinth and are absolutely loving the weapon and are saying that it is now their favourite weapon. So do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.